Well, my work in social media started back in 2006. I started as a professional blogger for a small, sort of very prestigious, very tiny but very prestigious blog network called Courant. In with the online community development also came a lot of writing, and I had to develop an understanding of what was going on in the news industry as well and why these projects were important. Things have changed immensely, and it's not just the advent of new platforms to set up hyperlocal sites, but it's also social networking sites like Facebook. A few years ago, nobody would have expected Facebook to be as big as it is now, and it's making a huge impact on everything. The view of social networking right now and social media is very US-centric, so we focus on Twitter, and LinkedIn, and Facebook when we're talking about helping people in the US. Other countries use other networks, although there was something recently about Britain and Facebook, but there are networks like Orkut, which is very big in Brazil. High Five is popular in England. There's another one that's popular in Germany. So our view is, as I said, very US-centric. Right now, social media consulting or strategizing, it's like the Wild West. Anybody who has a Twitter page and a Facebook page can slap something up and say that they're a consultant. But if you're looking for someone, the things to look for are not just what they have out now, but what have they been building? What is their reputation? Who are their connections on LinkedIn? Who are their connections? You might or might not be able to find their connections on Facebook. Look at what they're putting out on Twitter. Google the person's name and see where they publish, if they, what their reputation is in the realm of social media, because that reputation might be local, but it might not be. It might be wider than local. Well, these things definitely take time. One of the best things to do, there are different programs that can help you, say, set up tweets for a day. Also using, if you have an iPhone, that will give you access to Facebook or access to Twitter so that you could use those regularly. For some people, blogging works very well because they get up early in the morning and they sit and they write a blog post. Other people are better off having someone actually manage their social media for them. They write the blog post, they send it up to somebody who does copy editing and knows how to post it for them, and that's perfectly fine as well. If the time is too much for you, you can definitely have someone help you manage it. There are a number of things that are going to be impacting social media in the next couple of years, and one of the big ones is Google's real-time search. For the first time, Google is pulling in search results from Twitter, from blogs, and merging those with your average search results or your news search results. And they're working right now to refine that, so to reduce, there's a lot of noise on Twitter. So Google's working to reduce the noise threshold so that there's more quality in the real-time search, especially if it's about an emergency event that's going on. That's huge. How Facebook evolves is also going to be huge. A lot of sites are starting to make it so that they are connected to Facebook and integrated with Facebook, which leads to also geolocation. And applications like Foursquare and Gowalla, which are plotting out as people play the games within these, they're plotting out geographic information, and they're creating a geographic database that 10 to 1, these different companies, when their geographic database gets big enough, they may sell to Google, who can then put those geographic results with what's called semantic advertising and target advertising to geographic areas, which they can't do now. Alumni need to be involved, no matter what age you are. It's very important to be involved and to understand how this is going to impact your life. Women especially are the caretakers of the family, and many times they're stuck between older members of the family and younger members of the family. So they have to mediate, and more government information is going online, so they're going to have to be able to help elders navigate the online world. They're also going to need to be involved with their children. A lot of people right now are not as involved with their children, but as online begins to grow, they're going to need to understand how to help their children. So for women, for alumni, to take charge of their own social media, to be involved in sites like LinkedIn and Facebook, to understand how they operate so they can protect their privacy, they can help protect the privacy of their children as well as elders and anyone else involved in their lives.